A new Helldivers 2 patch has literally just released that is a game changer, and here is everything you need to know with no extra fluff. Now the patch is 1.000.102 and it deals with the spawn rate of heavily armored Terminite enemies as well as the possible play against them. It also fixes some user interface elements and crash issues, and it also contains some fixes to the UI elements and just crashes in general. Now the notes are as follows. So under balancing it says enemies, and it says the amount of heavily armored targets that spawn on higher difficulties, especially Terminites, have been a big discussion point online and internally. The intent is for groups to have to bring some form of anti-tank capability, but not to the degree previously needed. To that end, we have reduced the spawn rate of chargers and biotitans on difficulties 7 and up. In addition, we have reduced the risk of spawn spikes of chargers and biotitans. Please note that we have changed the distribution of enemy types, not reduced difficulty. Expect other enemy types to appear in greater numbers instead. We are humbled by the community's ability to find things like chargers leg meta in our game. However, spending your heavy anti-tank weapons on legs instead of the obvious weak point seems counter to expectation. We are not changing anything regarding the charger's legs. We are, however, lowering the health of the charger's head. It should now be at a point where a well-placed shot from a recoilless rifle or EAT-17 instantly kills a charger. Now, just want to quickly add, that is great news. It then says, together with the unfortunately undocumented change of the last patch that increased the armor penetration ability of less well-placed shots for the EAT-17s and recoilless rifle shots, chargers now be easier to handle by well-equipped groups. That is fantastic news in general. That's what it says under enemies. Next up, for gameplay, it says the following. Electronic countermeasures operations modifier, which had a chance of giving you a random stratagem instead of the one you input, has been removed in order to be reworked and will be reintroduced in a future iteration. We found that this modifier wasn't communicated clearly enough and overall caused more frustration than excitement with the way that it was currently implemented. This change was made in the patch 1.000.100 but was unintentionally omitted from the patch notes. Again, great news. That has been a big talking point for a while since that last patch. Now, under that it does say fixes, and the fixes are fixed missing text on several HUD/UI elements, fixed several subtitle/VO mismatches in the new videos, fixed various crashes that occurred mid-gameplay and when deploying to missions. Now the known issues as it currently stands is that the game crashes when attempting to use a stim while inside an exosuit, pink artifacts may appear in the sky when setting off large explosions, automaton dropship seemingly disappears and slides in after being shot down, shots from arc-based weapons may not count towards kills in post-mission stats, players cannot unfriend other players befriended via friend code, cross-platform friend invites might not show up in the friend request tab, players may be unable to select loadout or return to ship when joining a multiplayer game session via the PlayStation 5 activity card, and then we have the exosuit can destroy itself with rockets if it fires when turning. That's something we addressed the other day. That's been quite of a funny topic, yet annoying at the same time. And the last one is that the text chat box display is obstructed by the cinematic letterboxing during extraction. So those are the things that have been fixed, and these are the current known issues, and all in all things are looking really good for the game. But don't forget, Helldivers 2 just got terrifying news as well, and you need to get ready. What am I talking about? Check out the video that you see on screen right now.